speaking of Trump supporters, Ghislain Maxwell is getting a crime documentary series on Paramount Plus.
Shit,
Thoughts?
I can't wait to watch that.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I got excited. Thoughts?
I'm excited. Yeah. I love true crime.
I mean, is she hosting it? The way you phrased it, like she's getting it.
She's about to die.
At this point,
she's been awarded a fucking documentary for her crimes.
At this
point,
no,
if it's like a documentary about it, fine. But just put it somewhere besides Paramount Plus so people actually see it.
Nothing bad has happened to her at this point, so I wouldn't be surprised if she was hosting the fucking thing.
She's in jail. I'd argue that that's at least a little bit bad.
But
probably the right type of jail. You're right, but
how is there no information that has been released? Like, she doesn't.
There's been plenty of information. What are you talking about?
She doesn't have names and fucking.
No, he's talking about like she's not giving dirt on the people who.
Like, how is that not?
Because she ain't dumb. She's already arrested.
It doesn't help her.
Who's gonna kill her?
Well, the same people who killed Epstein.
Yeah, I was gonna say, arguably, they'd be the same fucking people.
Listen,
I think truthfully, her ratting on people at this point doesn't change her sentencing. Like her trial's over.
Right, but if she ratted, you don't think they would be like, hey, we'll put you in a nicer fucking jail cell, or you can.
No, because if all they have is her statement as well, then they can't. There's no case against these people. Like, what her statement would do is if they had a name already and some evidence tying them to it,
documents, nothing.
Her statement could be the tip of it. It could tip it into like, we can get some of these like bigger offenders.
And also, let's be real here. She's probably scared for her life. Like, Prince Andrew made a settlement. Like, he didn't go to trial. He settled. That means he's guilty. Yeah. I don't care what anybody says. Like, this is real shit. The powerful people were involved in this.
Yeah, this is not like a settling, like a, oh, your thing looks like my thing kind of lawsuit, where it's just like, yeah, well, I didn't copy it, but I don't want to go through all the legal shit. I'll give you some money for it. Like, it happens with music all the time where it's like, yeah, I guess it sounds a little bit. Sure, I'll give you a writer's credit. Who gives a fuck? But yeah, this is like a child sex trafficking ring. And Prince
it's like,
Andrew
if you didn't do it and you're Prince Andrew, yeah, like if you didn't do it and you're Prince Andrew, why settle? You can get the best lawyers in the world to get you off.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah, but I think if the case goes on long enough.
No, you just said yourself. If people, for me too, when you find out that it's not true, your career's pretty much saved. So why wouldn't you want to clear your name? Because it happens.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one where it's just like the most frustrating because there's A, some shit came out, and B, he's already lied about it like 12 times in provable ways.
I know. You remember when he said he didn't sweat?
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I couldn't have done it. I don't sweat. I was at a very specific pizza parlor in a different place at that time. Like,
in his defense, I don't sweat a lot either. I never sweat.
Oh, but you sweat.
Eric, he didn't sweat at all. According to him, for some reason during the Iraq War, he stopped being able to sweat. And I guess that just was fixed, I suppose, because he didn't say that was currently a thing.
But then he gave an interview. He gave an interview, and he was sweating.
Yeah, well, because that's what I was saying. I guess that's in the past now. Just like from sometime from 2002 to 2010, I guess he just didn't sweat for a decade. And but nah, he can sweat again. He can like live like a normal human being.
He's back.
I still think this case is still so wild.
Can't sweat. Like, it's a huge issue. There are animals that can't sweat, and it's like they have to do other things to accommodate for that fact. Like, it would noticeably fuck him up if that was like a real problem he had. It's such a terrible fucking lie. Like, it's so fucking stupid.
You know that like his publicist had nothing to do with that. He got back and his publicist was like, the royal whatever they're called. They were like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, it's just, he comes home, he thinks he did a good job, the publicist just in the corner of the room just like, so you don't sweat. Like, what the fuck? do you mean? Like, how wildly stupid. Like,
so why if I'm just wondering why they're doing the series on her as opposed to just the whole situation in general.
Is it
because
on her?
her involvement
And the trial is probably more of her trial, I would imagine.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Also, they
probably
did
because that's
Filthy
the
Rich
conclusion.
already.
Say that again.
They did Filthy Rich already, which is
You're right. But that didn't show shit.
It's wait. There's already Epstein's shadow. I don't know how to say her name. Ghislain, Maxwell.
I say Ghislain.
Ghislain. Okay.
I've heard Ghislain, but also that S is in there, so I understand the temptation to pronounce it. Yeah,
I don't know. I've heard people pronounce it, so I don't know. I don't fucking know. But
Well, there's one it's on Peacock already. June 24th, 2001.
2001.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
wow, mind blown. 2021. Sorry.
Fucking follow the clues, man. Open your third eye.
I
That's
think-
only been around for about 5 years. Nailed this back in 2001.
this guy's been free even after the documentary. That shit must have sucked.
Right? Yeah. You know what? You know what we should be talking about, because all like as much as like it sucks, the Epstein shit is kind of finished.
Yeah.
There is very much like still, and as we should be talking about it, we're hypothetically a film podcast, but we really didn't touch on that too much this episode. But like fucking that Matt Gaetz, that
Oh my
representative that
god,
probably
that's a
is
politician,
engaged in-
isn't he?
Yeah, he's a senator or a
The one who touches
representative.
kids.
That's the
Yeah.
I don't. That's
One
the
of
dude.
several.
That's the dude who had a 17-year-old girlfriend and he hung out with Tucker Carlson and he was like, yeah, we hung out together, remember? And Tucker Carlson's like, no. I don't. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
What?
No, it's like
What?
there's a big investigation into him for basically fucking sex trafficking. I don't know if it's underage, but it is. It's still sex trafficking. It's still like prostitution at minimum, and actively like that shit's still ongoing.
Yeah.
There's still a lot like things that could go right or wrong with it. So I understand where it's like the Epstein Maxwell shit was like should have been much bigger. It's hard to get it to be much bigger at this point.
I think it
But
will.
another
I think
way-
it's going to explode once certain documents from the trial and stuff come out.
Yeah, but that could be years.
Yeah,
Like-
definitely. But
Isn't he still a part of Congress or whatever?
yeah, he's still there, and he's still
making
ruling on
dumbass
shit.
tweets all the time.
Yeah, fucking and there's
You know who else
It's
is a
wild.
piece of shit that I just watched the documentary on Netflix today?
This
It's a
is
new
no longer-
documentary.
No, gosh.
Jimmy Savile.
I don't know who that is off the top.
Oh, it's like this. He was huge in the UK. He was like just a TV personality guy, but he sexually assaulted a lot of children.
All
Gotcha. All right. Sounds terrible.
Yeah, Netflix just released a documentary about him, and I watched
they
it
did?
today.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, can you give your review on it right now?
Honestly, it was a great documentary if you like true crime. If you don't like true crime, it's very, very hard to sit through. It's very detailed.
Yeah, that's I can imagine that being true, that if you can't sit through some terrible shit that definitely happened, it's going to be difficult to watch a thing that's about terrible shit that definitely happened.
And it's also on, like, I don't know if you saw the trials of Gabriel Hernandez, but it's on that level. Like, it's very detailed and very, like, the actual victims are giving their accounts. And it's very, very rough, those couple episodes.
What's the name of this? What's the name of the doc again?
It's like Jimmy Savile, British horror story, I think, because he's not American.
I was
Cool.
gonna say that's interesting that we would fucking take that. We're just like, I get that it happened in your country and he was born and raised there, but this is our shit.
I think
Thank you.
it's British. I'm pretty sure it's a British horror
Yeah.
story.
We'll clip this and say that it's a review.
My review of sex trafficking is it's bad.
Damn, that's a wild take you got there, Jake.
Coming down on it hard with the controversy. Human trafficking is a problem.
Damn. Well,
can't be good enough, and I'll be your Ghislain, Maxwell.
Something should be done about it.
To play devil's advocate,
Jesus Christ.
I got a price. Just pay me well enough, and I'll be your Ghislain, Maxwell.
Jesus. All right, so I'm alone on this this one.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3, Jake.
Unfortunate that apparently Hold for Everything is in support of this thing.